I've seen it firsthand in many ways throughout my life, but one particular thing that strikes out to me is our family went through a tragedy. We lost a baby. And in a world where, it's tragic and some people can really fall apart, immediately we saw God's hand in our entire family in the healing that happened immediately, the love and the hope that we had. We were feeling a sense of loss, but we never lost joy. And that's because of God's faithfulness to us to be there when he said he would be. It was like he put his money where his mouth was. That was the first time we were really tested to go, okay, do we believe what we're saying here? Are we going to practice this? And we all turned to him, and immediately he was there with much grace and healing. And as sad as that is, it was a very growing time in our family, and we all found a reason to rejoice in it.
The past couple years, when I first moved back to California, I saw how he carried me through a hard time with running, because I used to be a cross-country and track runner, and I went through a bunch of injuries and sicknesses, and I just saw how he carried me through that, and now I'm in a lot better place now, and I just see how he's been faithful to me.
He gives me hope in everything. He gives me hope when you have problems with people in your family. He gives me hope when you read the news and see everything that's going on. And in a world where everybody's running around like the sky's falling and you feel like all is lost, Jesus and the promise he's given us in his word gives me hope. As soon as I take my sight off the trauma that's going on and turn it back to him, he just fills my heart with joy, and I remember and trust him in his word that he said he would be there in all things, and he is. And bottom line, I've read the back of the book and we win. So the hope is knowing where I'm going to spend eternity and who I'm going to spend it with.
I believe that I have felt the closest to Jesus when I've gone through very difficult times in my life. I'm a cancer survivor, and as I was going through cancer and all the uncertainty of cancer and the treatments, I turned everything over to the Lord, and he carried me through that. I felt the closest to him then, and I felt hope and I felt renewal. I think that's the time that I felt the closest. There's been other times in my life that have been difficult, and he has always helped me through those times.
One that sticks out the most, I think, is when my first husband passed away from cancer. I remember sitting in the first seat of the pew and during his memorial, and it felt like God was sitting right there next to me. So it was like, I know you're here with me, Lord. I know you're giving me the peace that I need right now. It's been a long 5-year struggle, and at that point in my life, I just felt like I knew he was there. So I knew that there was going to be hope for my future because Christ was with me, especially at that time in my life.
It's gone through all parts of my life. And when I thought that there was something that was possibly hopeless, when life has taught me that things can be hopeless, God gingerly and tenderly brought me back to understanding that it's not about my hope, it's actually him being my hope. And that is how he has shown me his love, even more so as an adult woman.
By feeling that I am loved and I'm supported, and hearing that small, still voice in my head when I stop to listen.
I know that I am loved because the creator of the universe, he put everything here into place. He knows exactly all the pine needles, where they need to be, where even a sprout of grass comes up. And so if he knows all of those things, then he absolutely knows the desires of my heart, the things that I need. And with all of that, he's able to meet and accomplish every single one of them. And that's how I know I'm loved.
For me, I don't feel like I've been able to find that earthly love. I've always been loved as raised in a loving family. But for me, I didn't really find out what true love was until I accepted Christ when I was 21. Because there was always something missing, that even though I felt loved and I had love around me, that whatever was missing, when I accepted Christ, that emptiness was gone. And like that warmth of love I felt after that point. So for me, I've been able to feel like I'm loved just by being in the presence of the Lord.
Because no matter what, God will always love me, and I know that He sees me as chosen and worthy even when I don't think so.